Welcome back to the channel of Ecoholics, where we are discussing solutions for IIT JAM Economics 2025 paper. There are a couple of videos which I have already shared with you all where I've discussed concepts, their solutions in detail. So you can go to our YouTube channel where you will find the link where you will find all such videos. And also I would like to remind you that on the app of Ecoholics, you will find a lot of study material which is important and useful for your IIT JAM preparation journey for the year 2026, which you can access in free. So you just have to go to Play Store or App Store to download the app. Just download it and find your material for free. In case you face any difficulty, you can contact our team on the given number, which is 7880107880. Now, in this video, I will be discussing another question from the section of MSQ of 25 paper. In this video, we are going to discuss question number 32. As you all know, MSQ are the questions where more than one option can be correct. And hence, choosing those correct options out of many becomes very important. So in the previous video, where I started with the discussion of MSQ section, I told why choosing incorrect option can not fetch you marks and how can you analyze the correct options. So the trick, the way you choose the options, you choose the correct options out of many is very important to learn. So you have to be calm, you have to be very patient while you are solving the MSQ questions. So let's learn a new concept through this question as well as learn the technique of solving the MSQ questions. So the question reads, which of the following are not? So as soon as you read the word not, your mind should tell you that you have to choose the false statements which are not true. Which of the following is or are not the assumption of classical linear regression model? This is a very easy question. You have to just tell which of the given options are not assumptions of classical linear regression model. In this question, a key takeaway is you should remember all the assumptions as stated in any textbook. For example, if you have gone through Gujarati or Woolridge, whatever are the statements, you need to only stick to them while choosing your assumptions. Many students fall into the trap that, okay, if the assumption is saying this, it means that. You do not have to imply conditions on your own. So while you are choosing assumptions, you have to stick to the exact statements or statements meaning like that. So let's go through the statements. To analyze such questions, to analyze the incorrect options, I would suggest you keep writing true and false next to the options, and wherever you have written false, those will be your chosen answers. So variance of dependent variable y is greater than the variance of explanatory variable x. No assumption is there which mentions or which talks about the variance of y and x and their comparison. So this is not an assumption. So it's a false statement. Now here comes the trap. When you're doing this, you're trying to find the false statement. So many students tend to write true here. They will say, okay, because this is not an assumption, so this should be included in my answer, so I will write true. Don't go with that. Last you select, because I have mentioned on the top that false statement will be your correct option. So you write false in next to the statement. Next statement, the model is linear in both parameters and variables. Again, a trap. There is an assumption about linearity of parameters. Okay, so as soon as you read it, you will say that this is a true statement, but no. This is again a false statement. The assumption is about linearity in parameters. Your variables can still be non-linear. So when we talk about a double log model, when we talk about reciprocal model, when we talk about semi-log model, in all those models, the variables are non-linear. So variables are allowed to be non-linear only my parameters, that is beta 1, beta 2. The intercept and the slope parameters have to be in linearity. So this is also not an assumption. The covariance between yi and mu is 0, where mu I is the error term. This is again false. Because y is explained by error term. So their covariance can never be 0. Only the covariance between the x and the error term, explanatory variable and the error term is 0. So this is true. So out of 4 options, only the D is my assumption, which means A, B, C are not assumptions. They are false. And hence, option A, option B, and option C will be my correct answer. So I will be choosing these 3 options in this question. So if you choose even 2 or 4, all those options, all those answers will be treated incorrect. Though there is no negative marking, but you will not be given marks for the options if they are lesser than correct option or more than the correct option. So you have to be very careful in choosing the correct options over here. I hope through this video you have brushed up your basics of the assumptions of CLRM model here, and this will help you to understand that how do you need to choose the correct option as well. If you wish to study the concepts in details, you can find them here. The solution, as you can read, A, B, C is the correct option that you have to mark. All right, so you can read it here. Whatever I have taught, you can read it here. We have given explanation for each of the option. I hope this will help you in clearing your assumptions for the classical linear regression model. If you find this video helpful, please like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, because we will keep sharing more videos where I will be discussing solutions of IIT JAM 2025 paper, because this paper was different from the previous attempts, and it is very important to always go through your PYQs before you go into the real exam of IIT JAM 2026. And I know all of you must have started preparing for it, because IIT JAM 26 will be taken in February, and the clock is ticking. You need to start preparing for your exam, right? And PYQs are an integral part of the preparation journey. So do not skip them. That is why we are coming up with this series where we can help you with the solutions. All right. So I will see you guys in another video with one more solution. Till then, bye bye.